From zero to World Cup winner in just 12 years. That's Andre Fletcher's impossible journey from tiny Grenada to cricket's biggest stage. Hit subscribe right now because I'm about to expose the real truth behind those fake $6 million mansion claims. Andre Fletcher's story starts in Tante, Grenada, population barely 1,000 people. This place is so small you could walk across it in 20 minutes. Most people can't even find Grenada on a map, yet this tiny island produced one of cricket's most reliable players. Fletcher was born November 28, 1987, into a world where cricket dreams seemed impossible. Here's what nobody tells you about Fletcher's childhood. He didn't have fancy cricket coaches or expensive equipment. His first cricket bat was probably borrowed. His first cricket ground was just an empty field with stones marking the boundaries. While kids in big cricket countries like India and Australia trained in world-class facilities, Fletcher learned cricket the hard way, through pure passion and street-smart skills. But Fletcher had something special. At age 16 he was already 6 feet 4 inches tall with lightning-fast reflexes. His hands were like magnets. Every ball that came near him just stuck. Local cricket coaches in Granada noticed this tall teenager who could catch anything and hit the ball with serious power. 2004 changed everything. Fletcher made his first-class debut for Windward Islands against Trinidad and Tobago. He was just 17 years old, facing grown men who had been playing professional cricket for years. Most teenagers would be terrified. Fletcher was calm as ice. He kept wicket like a veteran, and batted like he belonged on that field. Now here's where Fletcher's story gets really interesting. He didn't become famous overnight. For 4 long years he played domestic cricket, slowly building his reputation. He wasn't hitting massive sixes or taking spectacular catches that went viral. He was just consistently good, match after match, season after season. Cricket experts started whispering his name. 2008 was Fletcher's breakthrough moment. West Indies selectors finally called him up for an ODI against Australia. This wasn't just any team. Australia had the best cricketers in the world. Fletcher's first international match was like jumping into the deep end of the ocean. But he didn't drown. He showed everyone that this quiet kid from Grenada could handle the big stage. Fletcher's international career started slowly. He played a few matches here and there, sometimes getting dropped, sometimes getting recalled. This is normal for most cricketers, but for someone from a tiny island like Grenada, every opportunity was precious. One bad performance could end his career forever. The pressure was massive, but Fletcher had mental strength that most people never develop. When he got dropped from the team, he went back to domestic cricket and worked even harder. When he got another chance, he grabbed it with both hands. This cycle continued for years. Drop, work hard, come back, perform, drop again, work harder, come back stronger. The real Andre Fletcher emerged in T20 cricket. This format was perfect for his skills, quick reflexes behind the stumps, smart batting, and the ability to read the game fast. Caribbean Premier League gave him a platform to show his talents. Playing for St. Lucia Zouks, Fletcher became one of the most consistent performers in the tournament. Here's something that will blow your mind about Fletcher's early T20 career. In his first CPL season, other teams completely underestimated him. They saw this quiet guy from Grenada and thought he would crumble under pressure. They were dead wrong. Fletcher scored runs when his team needed them most. He took catches that saved matches. He stumped batsmen so fast that replays had to be watched in slow motion. Fletcher's success in CPL opened doors to other T20 leagues around the world. Suddenly, teams in different countries wanted this reliable wicketkeeper batsman from the Caribbean. His reputation grew with every tournament. Cricket experts started calling him one of the most underrated players in world cricket. But here's what made Fletcher different from other T20 specialists. He never forgot the basics of cricket. While other players focused only on hitting big sixes, Fletcher worked on his technique, his fitness, and his game awareness. He studied bowlers like a detective, learning their patterns and weaknesses. This preparation made him deadly in crucial moments. 2016 changed Fletcher's life forever. West Indies cricket was in crisis. Players were fighting with the cricket board over money. The team was losing matches regularly. Nobody expected them to win anything major. The T20 World Cup in India seemed like another tournament where West Indies would disappoint their fans. Fletcher was selected as the wicketkeeper for this tournament. At 28 years old, this might be his only chance to win something big with West Indies. The pressure was incredible. Millions of Caribbean cricket fans were hoping for a miracle. Fletcher knew he had to deliver. The tournament started badly for West Indies. They almost got knocked out in the group stage. Fletcher's keeping was solid, but the team was struggling. Cricket fans back home were losing hope. Social media was filled with negative comments about West Indies cricket. The pressure on every player was enormous. Then something magical happened. The players started playing with freedom and joy. They stopped worrying about contracts and money disputes. They just played cricket like kids having fun. Fletcher was at the center of this transformation. In team meetings, he reminded everyone why they started playing cricket: for the love of the game, not for money or fame. There's a story from that tournament that shows Fletcher's leadership qualities. After a particularly bad loss in the group stage, the team was devastated. Younger players were crying in the dressing room. Fletcher stood up and gave a speech that changed everything. He told them about his journey from a tiny village in Grenada to the biggest stage in cricket. He reminded them that they were representing millions of Caribbean fans who believed in them. That speech turned the tournament around. Fletcher's role in this tournament was crucial, but often overlooked. While Chris Gayle was hitting big sixes and getting all the attention, Fletcher was doing the quiet work that wins tournaments. His keeping was perfect. No missed catches, no missed stumpings. His batting provided stability when the big hitters failed. The semi-final against India was Fletcher's finest moment. India had home advantage and the best T20 team in the world. Fletcher kept wicket like his life depended on it. Every ball was treated like the most important ball in cricket history. West Indies won that match and reached the final. Eden Gardens Kolkata final against England. 80,000 people in the stadium, millions watching on TV worldwide. Fletcher walked out knowing this was the biggest moment of his career. England scored 155 runs, a challenging target but not impossible. West Indies needed 19 runs from the final over. Most people thought the match was over. Fletcher was watching from the dressing room as Carlos Brathwaite walked out to bat. What happened next became cricket legend. 4 consecutive sixes to win the World Cup. Fletcher ran onto the field with tears in his eyes. He had achieved his biggest dream. That World Cup victory made Fletcher a hero in the Caribbean. But here's what's really amazing. He didn't let success change him. While other players started living flashy lifestyles, Fletcher remained the same humble person from Grenada. He didn't buy expensive cars or huge mansions. He invested in his family and his community. This brings us to those fake internet stories about Fletcher's $6 million net worth. Let's be realistic here. Caribbean cricketers don't earn millions like players in India or England. Fletcher's career earnings probably total a few $100,000 over 15 years. That's good money for someone from Grenada. But it's not mansion and supercar money. Fletcher's real wealth isn't in his bank account. It's in the respect he earned from cricket fans worldwide. It's in the inspiration he gave to young cricketers in small countries. It's in proving that talent and hard work matter more than where you come from. After the World Cup, Fletcher continued playing for West Indies and in T20 leagues. His partnership with Chris Gayle became one of the most effective opening combinations in T20 cricket. Gayle provided the power, Fletcher provided the stability. Together they scored thousands of runs for West Indies. What people don't realize is how much study went into this partnership. Fletcher and Gayle spent hours analyzing bowling attacks together. They developed signals to communicate during matches. Fletcher learned to read Gayle's mood and adjust his batting accordingly. When Gayle was in aggressive mode, Fletcher played the supporting role. When Gayle was struggling, Fletcher took charge and led the attack. Their partnership broke several records in T20 international cricket. They had the highest opening partnership for West Indies in T20s. They scored runs in all conditions, from slow turning pitches in India to fast bouncy tracks in Australia. This consistency made them one of the most feared opening pairs in world cricket. Fletcher's technique as a wicketkeeper is textbook perfect. He positions himself correctly, moves his feet quickly, and has hands softer than silk. Young wicketkeepers study videos of Fletcher's keeping to learn proper technique. Cricket coaches around the world use Fletcher as an example of how wicket-keeping should be done. But Fletcher's keeping wasn't just about technique. He had an incredible cricket brain. He could read batsmen like an open book. He knew when a batsman was going to attempt a big shot, when they were getting frustrated, when they were likely to make a mistake. This knowledge helped him position himself perfectly and execute stumpings that looked impossible.
His batting style is simple but effective. He plays the ball on its merit, doesn't try to hit every ball for six, and scores runs consistently. One thing that makes Fletcher special is his ability to perform under pressure. In crucial matches, when the team needs someone to stay calm and do their job properly, Fletcher delivers. He doesn't panic, doesn't make silly mistakes, and always puts the team first. These qualities made him a valuable player for over a decade. There's a perfect example of Fletcher's pressure performance from the 2012 T20 World Cup in Sri Lanka. West Indies were chasing a big total against Australia in a must-win group match. The team was 5 wickets down with 10 overs remaining. Fletcher walked in with the game on the line. And instead of trying to hit every ball for six, he played smart cricket. He took singles, found gaps, and slowly brought the target within reach. West Indies won that match by 3 wickets, and Fletcher's calm innings was the difference. This ability to handle pressure didn't come naturally. Fletcher worked with sports psychologists to develop mental strength. He practiced meditation and visualization techniques. Before big matches, he would sit quietly and imagine different scenarios, preparing himself mentally for whatever might happen during the game. This preparation made him one of the most reliable players in high-pressure situations. Fletcher's influence on West Indies cricket goes beyond his individual performances. He was a mentor to younger players who joined the team. Players like Nicholas Pooran and Shimron Hetmeyer have spoken about how Fletcher helped them adjust to international cricket. He taught them about preparation, professionalism, and representing the Caribbean with pride. During his peak years, Fletcher was also studying the game constantly. He watched videos of successful wicketkeepers from around the world. He analyzed different batting techniques. He worked with coaches to improve specific aspects of his game. This dedication to continuous improvement kept him competitive even as younger players emerged. Fletcher's impact on Grenada cricket is enormous. Before him, nobody from Grenada had played international cricket successfully. He opened doors for future generations. Cricket facilities in Grenada improved because of his success. Young kids now believe they can also make it to the top level. Here's a heartwarming story that shows Fletcher's character. In 2018, he visited a primary school in Grenada. A 10-year-old boy asked him what it felt like to be rich and famous after winning the World Cup. Fletcher's answer surprised everyone. He said he wasn't rich, he was blessed. He explained that real wealth comes from having the opportunity to represent your country and inspire others. That boy is now playing junior cricket and dreams of following Fletcher's path. Fletcher regularly donates cricket equipment to schools in Grenada. He funds coaching clinics for young players. He even built a small cricket ground in his home village of Tante. These contributions don't make headlines, but they're changing lives every day. Fletcher understands that his success means nothing if he doesn't help others achieve their dreams too. The financial reality of Fletcher's career is far different from those fake internet stories. Caribbean cricketers earn decent money, but nothing like players in big cricket countries. Fletcher's international career spanned over 10 years, but he only played when selected. He wasn't a regular starter for most of his career. His earnings came from match fees, small contracts, and occasional endorsements. We're talking about thousands of dollars per year, not millions. Fletcher's biggest payday probably came from the World Cup victory. Tournament winners receive prize money, but even that is split among the entire squad and support staff. After taxes and agent fees, Fletcher's share was probably around $50,000. That's good money for someone from Grenada, but it's not enough to buy supercars and mansions. The truth is, Fletcher still lives modestly in Grenada. He owns a comfortable house, not a mansion. He drives a regular car, not a supercar. He shops at local stores, eats at local restaurants, and lives like a normal person who happens to be really good at cricket. This humility is what makes him so respected in the Caribbean. Fletcher's batting style evolved significantly over his career. In his early days, he was a defensive batsman who focused on staying at the crease. As T20 cricket became more important, he developed the ability to accelerate when needed. He learned new shots, improved his power hitting, and became more aggressive in his approach. This adaptation extended his career by several years. The real Andre Fletcher story is about persistence, humility, and staying true to your roots. He could have moved to a big country and forgotten about Grenada. Instead, he always remembered where he came from. He regularly visits schools in Grenada, talks to young cricketers, and supports local cricket development. Fletcher's commitment to Grenada goes deeper than just charity work. He's been instrumental in developing cricket infrastructure on the island. He lobbied the government to improve cricket facilities. He brought international coaches to Grenada to work with local players. He even convinced some of his West Indies teammates to visit Grenada and conduct coaching clinics. The impact of these efforts is already visible. Grenada's youth cricket teams are performing better in regional tournaments. Several young players from Grenada are now getting opportunities to play in other Caribbean islands. The dream of producing another international cricketer from Grenada is becoming more realistic every year. Fletcher's approach to social media is also refreshing in today's world. While most athletes use social media to show off their wealth and lifestyle, Fletcher uses it to promote cricket and inspire young people. His posts are usually about cricket techniques, motivational messages, or highlighting achievements of young Caribbean cricketers. He understands that his platform should be used to uplift others, not just promote himself. As Fletcher's playing career winds down, he's already planning his next chapter. He's interested in coaching and cricket development. He's completed several coaching courses and wants to work with young players across the Caribbean. His goal is to help other small islands produce international cricketers like he did for Grenada. Fletcher's career is winding down now, but his legacy is secure. He proved that small countries can produce world-class cricketers. He showed that you don't need millions of dollars or fancy facilities to succeed. You just need talent, hard work, and the courage to chase your dreams. Today, Fletcher continues to be involved in cricket. He mentors young players, works with cricket development programs, and remains a respected figure in Caribbean cricket. His journey from Tante to World Cup winner inspires everyone who hears it. There's one more story that perfectly captures who Andre Fletcher really is. In 2021, during the COVID pandemic, many families in Grenada were struggling financially. Tourism had stopped, and people were losing jobs. Fletcher quietly organized a food distribution program in his community. He didn't announce it on social media or call press conferences. He just helped his neighbors because that's who he is, a man who never forgets where he came from. The program fed over 200 families for 3 months. When local media found out and wanted to interview Fletcher about it, he declined. He said helping his community wasn't about getting praise or recognition. It was simply the right thing to do. His humility and generosity define the real Andre Fletcher far more than any cricket statistic ever could. Fletcher's story also highlights the challenges faced by cricketers from small Caribbean islands. Unlike players from big cricket countries who have multiple income sources and support systems, Caribbean cricketers often struggle financially even after successful careers. Fletcher has been vocal about improving conditions for Caribbean cricketers and ensuring they receive fair compensation for their contributions to the sport. The fake wealth stories about Fletcher and other Caribbean cricketers actually harm the sport. They create unrealistic expectations for young players who think cricket will make them millionaires overnight. Fletcher has spoken about this issue, explaining that cricket should be played for love of the game first, with financial rewards being secondary. The next time you see those fake YouTube videos claiming Fletcher owns supercars and mansions, remember his real story. Remember that true success isn't measured by money or material things. It's measured by the positive impact you have on others and the barriers you break for future generations. Andre Fletcher's greatest achievement isn't the World Cup he won or the records he set. It's proving that a poor kid from a tiny island can compete with the best in the world through pure determination and skill. That's a lesson worth more than any mansion or supercar. That's the real Andre Fletcher story, and it's absolutely incredible. Share this video with anyone who needs inspiration to chase their dreams, because Fletcher's journey proves that anything is possible when you refuse to give up.